I just hurt my shoulder bad, dude. Ah, all right. Today's topic of discussion is about trusting the process and not rushing it to get to the outcome. Sounds fairly easy to say. Sounds fairly simple. Just focus on what you're doing and you'll get to the outcome and don't think about the outcome. But when you're doing something that has unlimited possibilities, like let's say you're trading, that's unlimited scalability. Let's say you're freelancing anything, that's unlimited scalability. So the thought of the outcome is so easy to creep into your mind when the possibilities are unlimited. It's like you could be sitting down watching the charts, or you could be sitting down working on your business, and and just while working on it, you're like, wow, this could work out. I could have an SVJ. I could be living in a high rise. But when you start thinking about the outcome, that's when you start demotivating yourself. You think it's a motivator knowing like what you could get to, but when you start thinking about the outcome, you realize how far you are from that outcome. If you really do want to focus on goals, one of the best things you could do is set tiny goals for yourself that are easily applicable. Goals that are easy to reach within a certain amount of time. Obviously, don't set a timeline for yourself because that'll also make you quit prematurely. But have a goal for every year that you want to reach and don't make it something drastic like moving out, going to Miami, or like buying a supercar. Tiny goals every year, have them stacked up. Like, let's say you haven't hit a 10K month. Let's say in 2026, I want to hit my first 10K month. If you're near it, if you're not even near a 5K month, be like, in 2026, I want to hit a 5K month. If you just want to focus on the process, that's the easiest thing you could do. When you start focusing on the outcome, your goals start getting larger. It's good to have large goals. That's obviously the end goal. But when you have a large goal to begin with, let's say you just started trading and you just opened trading for the first time. What the hell? Let's say you just started trading. You opened trading for the first. Dude, I lost my train of thought. You open trading for the first time and you look at the charts, you're like, wow, if I really focus on this, I could have an SVJ next year. So not only did you set a drastic goal, $1 million car, you also set a timeline for it. You set you're basically saying you want to have $1 million within 1 year. Now, what happens when that year goes by? You're in the same place you are now. You don't have $1 million. What are you gonna do? You're gonna quit, and you think, oh yeah, this isn't gonna work out. I didn't reach my goals, and then you're gonna quit. Even though if you just waited a little longer, you would have got there. It's really all about it's partially like there's fortune, there's a little bit of fortune to it, but it's mostly the work that you put in by trusting the process that gets you to the outcome. Now, you can think about the outcome when you're closer to it. So let's say you hit a 10K month, hit a 100K month, and now you're like, all right, next goal SVJ. All right, that's applicable now. You can get there. You know what to do. When you don't know what to do and you set a crazy goal for yourself, you're going to be stagnant forever. You're going to be stuck there forever. Let's say you just started freelancing. You have no clients. You have no business. You just opened up your website. You just started running ads and you want to move out in 5 months, right? Let's just say you did something like that, right? So now when those 5 months come and you're not moved out and you're still doing e-com, you're like, ah, frick this, bro, I'm quitting. And then you quit, never achieve the goal you've always wanted, you'll never live your dream life. But if you stay focused on the process, if you love every piece of the process, even when you hate it, if you love every piece of the process and stick to it, you will get to that end goal. There should be an end goal. There shouldn't be a timeline set for that goal. There should be tiny goals in between it. There should be things that keep you motivated until you get to that end goal. All right, let's say I'm making 1,000 a month from trading. All right, let me try scaling. I'm gonna try making 3,000 a month. next year. And when you have that tiny goal, when you hit that, it's not like you're gonna be capped to it because you have an end goal. So let's say you get to that 3,000 month, you're like, all right, time to move up. It's not 3,000 month, I'm satisfied. You should obviously be grateful and be thankful for everything you have. But when you start getting comfortable, that's when you start failing. When you start getting comfortable, that's where you stay at a standstill. That's where your up gets stagnant. That's where price action starts to get choppy, right? But don't ever get comfortable, but be thankful and grateful for everything you have. There's people in other countries that don't have anything. There's people in other countries that can't even have food. They're dying from starvation, and you're living in America in an apartment with a bed, with food, with a roof over your head, and you're not cold, you're not freezing. You have a comfortable life. You be grateful for that. But s- use your opportunities. You're in America. Be grateful. Don't get too comfortable. Trust the process. Don't focus on the outcome.